There is a journey we take for adventure, a journey we take for knowledge, and then there is a journey we take for the heart. My recent trip to Isobo, precisely Isobo Otaka in Obubra local government area of Cross River State, was not about tourism. It was not about research. It was not about cultural observation. This time I returned as a friend coming to say goodbye. The road to Isabo always carries memories for me. Every bend in the journey reminds me of the first time I set my foot on that soil. Curious, unsure, but hopeful. Back then I came as an outsider, but one man changed everything. Late Pa James Anekwe. From the first day I arrived in Isabo land, Pa Anekwe did not treat me like a visitor. He treated me like a family. In a world where strangers are often kept in arm's length, he opened his home and his heart without hesitation. When I arrived this time, the air in Isabo felt different, familiar yet heavy. The usual warmth was still there, the greeting, the gentle curiosity of villagers, the quiet strength of the land, but there was also absence, the kind of silence only loss creates. I was here to pay my last respect to a man and a woman who had once made this place feel like my second home. Pa Anekwe was not just hospitable, he was intentional. Whenever I needed information, he made sure it was available. When I had questions about the community, he didn't just give answers, he created access. And access in communities rich in tradition like Isobo Otaka is everything. I still remember those days. Not only did Pa Anekwe give me a place to stay in his house, he personally took responsibility for my comfort. He checked in, he asked questions, he made sure I lacked nothing. But he didn't stop there. He understood something deeper. If truly you want to know a community, you must meet its custodian. So he took me personally to meet the elders, not just within Isobo Otaka, but also among the respected elders of Isobo Biko Biko. Pa Anekwe didn't just stop there. Another thoughtful arrangement by him was the introduction to Engineer Moses. Understanding that I needed to see more than the casual eyes could observe, he personally organized a tour guide for me in the person of Engineer Moses, who took me around the community and beyond. Through that guided experience, Isabo opened up in a way I never expected. The farms, the stories, the culture, the history, and everything about the community. All of it became clearer because one man cared enough to make it so. This time everything felt different. The familiar welcome was still there from the community. The warmth of the people of Isobo Otaka remained something truly special, but the physical absence of Pa Anekwe and his beloved wife was deeply felt. It was a painful thing when those who once stood as a pillar are suddenly no longer there. Death has a way of arriving when we least expect it. And honestly, it is a pity that it came at this time. But even in grief, one thing remains certain. A life of impact does not end in silence. It echoes. As I moved through Isabo during this visit, memories followed me everywhere. In the greetings of the elders, in the laughter of children, in the quiet strength of the land. I kept remembering the kindness of Pa James Anekwe and his wife, how they made a stranger feel seen, welcomed and protected. Not everyone understands the power of simple hospitality, but in many Igbo communities, including here in Isobo Otaka, welcoming a guest is not just courtesy, it is culture, it is identity, and Pa James Anekwe embodied that spirit fully. I came back to Isabo this time not with a notebook, not with research questions, and not with curious eyes of a cultural observer. I came as a friend, a grateful friend. Standing there offering my last respect, one truth became very clear to me. Home is not always where you are born. Sometimes home is where someone chooses to make space for you. For me, Isabo became home because of Pa James Anekwe. To the people of Isobo Otaka, to the elders of the community, to the land of Isobo Biko Biko that welcomed me in those early days, and to Engineer Moses and those Itadema who helped me see the land more clearly, I remain deeply grateful. And to late Pa James Anekwe and his beloved wife, thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for making Isabo feel like home for me. It is my sincere prayer that your souls find rest in perfect peace. And may the legacy of your hospitality continue to live in Isobo land for generations to come.